know that is not know the way to know what's on you. Hello, welcome to my channel, AquaStarGoddess. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications each and every time I upload a video, and smash the like button. You definitely want to smash the like button. If you didn't smash the like button, why you ain't smash the like button? What's going on? What's going on? You mad at me today? It's okay, because sometimes folks be mad at me and I don't even know why. I be like, what's wrong with y'all? I don't even know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know why you doing mad at me. You ain't say nothing. You ain't tell me what's wrong with me. You ain't tell me I said something you ain't like. You didn't tell me that I was bothering you in some kind of way. You didn't say nothing. So if you didn't say nothing, I don't know. Gotta say something. Because a closed mouth don't get fed, and questions unanswered don't get answered. Okay? If you don't ask the question, it won't get answered, baby. All right? So that's all I got to say for today. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. I know y'all like, I know damn well you didn't put that title up there. Just leave that there. You're right. You're right. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day today. I am going to take a quick break in my work schedule and my work efforts and share with you guys the full moon energy information, all that good stuff. So this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about the full moon in Scorpio, because today, full moon in Scorpio, 2 hours ago it started, I guess. And of course, you know, 3 days before and 3 days after the full moon, there's the shadow of the full moon. So the energy is present, and this may impact us a little bit to come. You know what I mean? It might not just come and hit us today and then be gone tomorrow. It ain't gonna be like that. So just know and understand how the moon works and how the energy of the moon may percolate, okay? So anyway, the full moon in Scorpio peaks today. Obviously, that was at 12:56 p.m., which for me, that has already passed. For you, you know, it might not be so much so. Bringing an intense wave of emotional transformation and spiritual awakening. Scorpio, a sign associated with depth, rebirth, and hidden truths, invites us to confront our inner shadows and release what no longer serves us. This lunation is further intensified by its conjunction with retrograde Pluto in Aquarius in opposition to Uranus in Taurus, signaling sudden shifts and breakthroughs. So there's sudden shifts and breakthroughs going to be coming. It's going to be like smack. It's going to be like boom. And then before you know it, I'm transforming. I'm transformed. Obviously, you ain't going to just snap and change, but it takes time. You know, it's one of those things. But this transit that we are currently in, which is represented by the full moon in Scorpio, which is also conjunct retrograde Pluto in Aquarius, opposition to Uranus in Taurus, that is going to be a sudden change, right? That's the reason for that sudden like shift or change, right? I will tell you, I was sitting here and I was working on some blogging, some blog posts and things like that. And what came to me, because I know a few days ago I made a video and I was kind of talking about, you know, the full moon is for releasing, right? Well, this is where we're going to release. We need to release some things, you know. And so I was encouraging you guys to kind of consider what that may be for you. So anyway, while I was sitting here prepping, planning, working, editing, that good stuff, I discerned for myself and I came to, I created a really good release for today for me. So I'm not going to jump into that just yet. I will first jump into how the full moon is going to impact you based upon your sign, sun sign, I guess. I probably want to look a little bit deeper into the charts and stuff to see like where your Scorpio is placed based upon the houses. I probably may come back or do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Just for now, though, let's just go ahead with what I have in front of me, which is this current information. So to harness the potent energy of this full moon, consider engaging in the following spiritual practices. Shadow work. Okay. Shadow work is always going to be big when anything's going on in Scorpio, because Scorpio is that bitch. You know what I mean? That will help you to change, transform, rebirth, kind of get into that hidden space, the secret space. It's got that little kind of vibe going on there, kind of like that occult space, hidden space, secrets, sexuality, taboo type vibes, okay? So Shadow says, delve into your subconscious to uncover and heal hidden wounds. Journaling, meditation, and therapy can be effective tools. So this is very good because today, like I said, just not too long ago, I was sitting here and I was like, oh, you know what? I came up with a really, really good one that I am kind of working through right now, but I realized it at this moment. So here we go. Moving forward, the next one is release rituals. Yes, so I've already talked about this with you guys. We know that the full moon is for the time period that we release. That is what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get my little fire together. I don't know how I'm going to make a fire, but I'm going to make a fire. And I'm going to write down my little things that I need to release, and I'm going to throw it in the fire, okay? Oftentimes when I have, like, if I want to do cord cutting rituals, I do them during the full moon so that it's like a cut and it's a release. So a cord cutting, while also in the time period when you were released, that's when I do my cord cutting rituals. So in the past, I have done cord cutting rituals from, you know, specific energies and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, then that would be during this time, okay? Water cleansing. So, release rituals. Write down habits, thoughts, or relationships you wish to let go of and safely burn the paper as a symbolic act of release, okay? The next one is water cleansing, which is Scorpio's water element makes baths or showers ideal for energetic cleansing. Add salts and essential oils to enhance the experience. So you're going to be doing your cleansing during this time. Absolutely, okay? Moving forward, digital detox. Clear out digital clutter that no longer aligns with the current path, symbolizing a fresh start. That's really interesting. Without seeing this, I literally did that this morning or last night. I was just like deleting shit. I was just like, what is this? Going back and seeing all kind of stuff that I made, old videos that I had made, and just, you know, select and just delete all that. Don't need none of it, okay? So that's a good thing to practice right now. So you go ahead and make sure that you know, whichever one of these things may benefit you, then go for it, okay? All right, so moving forward, we're going to move into the impact that it may have on you based upon your zodiac sun sign, okay? So Aries, between March 21st and April 19th, this full moon illuminates your 8th house of transformation and shared resources. You may experience revelations regarding intimacy, trust, or financial matters. Embrace vulnerability and consider seeking deeper connections or resolving lingering debts. So Aries, that's for you. Moving forward into Taurus. Taurus at April 20th through May 20th, with the moon opposing your sign. Focus on partnerships, assess the balance in your relationships, and address any underlying tensions. Open communication can lead to strengthened bonds or necessary closures. You know, I'm not a Taurus, but I was really feeling this vibe earlier today, just kind of thinking about how I feel like sometimes, so let's just say, hypothetically speaking, okay, because I'm not, there's no proofs here, but there's hypothetical speakings, okay? Hypothetically, if somebody that you know watches your channel, but they don't tell you they watch your channel, but then when they talk to you, they get mad at you because of some of the things that you may have said on your channel without actually addressing you about those things, they just kind of throw out little subliminals. The communication has to happen in order for change to occur, right? Just moving forward. Not even going to keep, you know, I'm not going to harbor on that. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini, May 21st to June 20th. Your daily routines and health habits come under scrutiny. Identify patterns that hinder your well-being and implement changes. Mindfulness practices can aid in maintaining mental clarity, okay? The next one is Cancer. Cancer, creative expression and romance are highlighted. Let go of past disappointments and open your heart to new joys. Engaging in artistic endeavors can be particularly fulfilling now. Leo. Okay, so Leo, we need to know home and family matters take center stage. Address unresolved issues and create a nurturing environment. This is the time for emotional healing and establishing a sense of security. So that's for you, Leo, okay? Moving forward, we're going to go into Virgo. Virgo, communication breakthroughs are possible. Speak your truth and clear misunderstandings. That's kind of going back to that Taurus energy where it's just like, you got to say how you feel about something because, like I said, a closed mouth don't get fed and unanswered questions don't get answered, right? Don't get answers. So it's necessary for communication to come through. I don't just feel like this is just for the Virgo or the Taurus. I think that there's other energies in here too. And keep in mind, if you have like a Virgo moon, sun rising, or any of those things, this could still even apply to you. Okay. So it says writing or journaling can help process complex emotions. Hence, I was writing some stuff down because I'm a Virgo rising. Okay. Next up, we got Libra. Libra, financial matters and self-worth are in focus. Reevaluate your values and consider how they align with your current lifestyle. Let go of material attachments that no longer serve you. There's a lot of letting go of things that don't serve you here in this time, in this moon cycle, okay? But there's also a lot of clearing up misunderstandings. And I feel like this is because maybe there are things that are deep in you that you've not spoken about. So those are those hidden things coming out via the Scorpio energy. And so the Scorpionic energy is bringing out those hidden things that you need to speak about, because maybe it, like it said in Leo, maybe these are misunderstandings, Virgo, actually. Maybe these are misunderstandings that need clarity and that need to be cleared up so that you can release them, right? Okay, moving forward. Scorpio, this is your personal full moon, marking a period of profound self-reflection. Embrace transformation and release outdated aspects of your identity. Trust in your resilience and capacity for renewal. Okay. Sagittarius, hidden emotions and subconscious patterns emerge. Take time for solitude and introspection. Meditation or spiritual practices can provide clarity and peace. Moving forward to Capricorn, your social circles and long-term goals are highlighted. Assess your associations and ensure that they align with your aspirations. Collaborative efforts can lead to meaningful progress, okay? That means partnering up with something or someone. Hey, make a partnership. Let's bond on this one. That might actually help you find some really good progress. Aquarius, career and public image come into focus. Reflect on your personal path and consider necessary changes. Authenticity and integrity will guide you towards success. Sounds very Aquarian, okay? Authenticity will guide you to where you need to go, okay? Being real with your soul gonna take you there, okay? Boom, we done. All right, moving forward, Pisces. Belief systems and higher learning are emphasized. Challenge outdated perspectives and seek knowledge that resonates with your truth. Travel or education pursuits may offer valuable insights. So ultimately, what we're talking about here with this full moon in Scorpio is embracing the transformative energy of Scorpio in this full moon to release, renew, and realign with your highest self. This is all about, getting to your higher self, okay? You know what I'm saying? Trust the process and allow space for profound growth and healing. So these are some of the ways in which the full moon may be beneficial to you, where it may help you throughout your spiritual process and your spiritual journey. I do feel like I want to go into the houses. So I don't know. Let's see if we can go ahead based on house placements on the houses. Okay, so let's get an interpretation based on the houses. In Scorpio. Okay. So anyway, that's how this full moon in Scorpio is impacting you based upon where I'm believing your sun sign. But let's take a look at the houses too, because I feel like that's also going to give you a little more details in case you are somebody that likes to look in your chart, and you want to know how this is going to impact you. For instance, let me give you an example. My Scorpio is in, I believe my Scorpio is in, where is it at? Let me see. I know it's somewhere funky where it's in my south node, I think. I want to know. It's my third house, right? It's in my third house, and I do believe my south node is there too. Yep, it is. Third house, south node. And also Pluto is there too. So that is Scorpio. So I got Pluto in Scorpio, which is something that means that betrayal, like it's like something that you have like a fear of betrayal. And then also there's something else too. Something else. I just can't remember what it was. But anyway, we can move forward. No biggie. So let's go back into now finding out how the full moon in Scorpio is going to impact you based upon where your Scorpio is placed in your chart. And hopefully that's the way this is interpreting. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and take a lens on the 12 houses and go a little bit deeper. personalizing the spirituality, the spiritual map, okay, that this is going to give us. So let's go into this. So in the first house, Scorpio rising, identify and self identity and self-image. So this full moon brings deep personal transformations. You may feel emotionally raw or exposed. Ooh. It's time to shed an old identity and rise renewed. Embrace self-love, shadow work, and confidence rituals. Ooh, that's a really good one. So if you've got Scorpio in the first house, if you are a Scorpio rising, that is how you want to take this full moon in Scorpio, okay? Mirror affirmation. So you want to focus on some mirror affirmations and releasing self-limiting beliefs, which I think is so important. Right now, we are in a time where things are shifting so powerfully and so magnificently. Like the shifts that are happening are so magnificent that I do believe that it is literally shifting our collective like timelines or our collective mindsets, right, to a higher vibrational mindset. And so, with that being the case, sometimes we are moving up, but we sometimes keep on to those same old thought patterns or whatever. And those old thought patterns just are not resonating in the new space. So, that's kind of what's happening. That's what I feel anyway. So, these mirror rituals and self releasing self limiting beliefs. Second house, money, self worth, and value. So if you've got Scorpio in the second house, expect revelations and finances around finances or self esteem. You may discover that you're holding on to material things or people out of fear. Time to release scarcity mindset and align with true abundance. Spiritual tips for this placement, if you've got second house in Scorpio, is going to be declutter, budget, and journal about what you're truly worth. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so moving on to the third house, Scorpio in the third house, which is all about communication and thought patterns for Scorpio in the third house. This moon exposes subconscious thoughts, toxic self talk, or old communication habits. It's a time to purge gossip, doubt, or comparison. Speak your truth and update your inner narrative. That's so crazy. This morning, I was literally just like, I'm going to fast from gossiping. I legit was saying that this morning that I was going to take a fast from gossip, right? Only after I come back and tell y'all about some stuff that's going on here at the office. And then I'm going to stop with the gossiping, okay? But but it does say that here in my thing, which I think is good because, like I said, there's this thing that I'm kind of vibing with right now, which is like, people that I know or whatever that I have connected with in the real world that maybe have stopped and watched my channel from time to time or whatever. Like if you hear something on this channel and you didn't like it, you got to tell me that there's something that bothered you. If it's about you or if it's like something that, relates to, anything with you or whatever. But you got to tell me if it's something that you didn't like, because otherwise I ain't going to know. And then you're just going to be over there fuming for no reason. You're just going to be feeling upset or bothered or feeling kind of, you're going to be feeling some kind of way for no damn reason. Because most likely I didn't realize it was bothering you or you were concerned about it. Moving forward, we're moving on. Okay, so the spiritual tip for the third house in Scorpio is write a letter to your past self and burn it as a release. Okay. Speak your truth and update your inner narrative. So yeah, that's a good one. So let me read this one more time. The third house, it says the moon exposes subconscious thoughts, toxic self-talk, or old communication habits. It's time to purge gossip, doubt, or comparison. Speak your truth and update your inner narrative. So yeah, that's what for the third house in Scorpio. Fourth house in Scorpio, we are looking at home, family, and inner foundation. It says your roots, family, karma, or emotional security are in focus. Ancestral healing or confronting inherited trauma may surface. Create a sanctuary, both physical and emotional. So here is a spiritual tip for this one. It says create an altar with family photos and ask your ancestors for guidance. So this is a pretty good practice for altar work, for communicating with the ancestors, for communicating beyond the physical realm. This is really good work for those for the fourth house in Scorpio. Moving forward, we are now looking at the fifth house in Scorpio, which is focused on creativity, romance, and inner child. You're being called to reconnect with joy, passion, and the fearless self expression of your inner child. I love that. Let go of past heartbreaks or creative blocks. The spiritual tip here is engage in playful creation, dance, paint, write with no pressure or rules. Ooh, that's a good one. This is just write with no boundaries. Okay, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, so that was Scorpio in the fifth house. Moving on to Scorpio in the sixth house. Sixth house Scorpio says work, health, and daily habits. So it says old routines and toxic productivity cycles are ready to be broken. This moon shines a light on your physical, mental, and spiritual well being. Detox rituals are especially potent now. And then it says the spiritual tip here is to try a body cleanse, energy healing, or reset your daily ritual to align with spirit. Okay, that's a good one. Okay. Seventh house in Scorpio is about relationships and partnerships. This is about letting go of codependent dynamics, unhealthy attachments, or idealized love. It's a powerful time to to renegotiate your needs in all relationships, especially romantic ones. The spiritual tip here is write vows to yourself as your most sacred relationship. Ooh, I love this. Seventh house in Scorpio, that's a really good one. I was picking up some energy earlier today about like people not being able to something else. Let me talk about that later because I have to rethink about it. I have to like rethink it. But that's a really good one. To write down vows to yourself as your most sacred relationships. I think that's wonderful. A wonderful practice. Eighth house in Scorpio, transformation, intimacy, and and shared resources. This is Scorpio's natural house. The energy is especially intense here. Secrets, karmic debts, or repressed desires rise to the surface. Deep spiritual breakthroughs and rebirths are possible. The spiritual tip for this placement is shadow work, tantra, and energy cord cutting rituals. I was just talking about that earlier in this video. So yeah, if you need that, then right now is the time. Ninth house in Scorpio. Here we go. Belief, expansion, and higher learning for the ninth house in Scorpio. It says that you're being invited to evolve spiritually. Let go of outdated beliefs or rigid world views. You may be called to travel, study, or explore new philosophies and esoteric practices. The spiritual tip for ninth house in Scorpio is try divination, tarot, astrology, or write your own spiritual manifesto. Okay, so these are some interesting outcomes here. We are moving forward to the 10th house in Scorpio. This is going to focus on career, purpose, public image. Major shifts in your career or life mission could arise. Let go of public personas that no longer reflect who you are. Embrace a new vision of success rooted in authenticity. The spiritual tip for 10th house in Scorpio is redefine your vision board to match your soul's purpose, which I think is awesome. Like, these are some really good tips, guys. Okay, moving on. 11th house in the Scorpio, friendships, community, and future vision. This full moon may highlight toxic soul ties or outdated goals. Let go of belonging at the cost of your truth. Realign with communities that nourish your soul. Spiritual tip is write down your dream community and call it in with intention. All right, moving forward to the 12th house in Scorpio, subconscious solitude and spirituality. This is an incredibly mystical placement. Accept profound dreams, intuitive downloads. Expect profound dreams, intuitive downloads, and a need to retreat. It's time to purge subconscious fears and karmic residue. The spiritual tip for 12th house in Scorpio is dream journaling, energy clearing, past life regression, and deep meditation. So these are really wonderful tips for you guys as it relates to which house you have Scorpio in. You can use these tips to help you get through this moon cycle or to have some spiritual progress during this moon cycle. I can only hope that I have given you something to look forward to and something that you can benefit from in your daily. I'm going to probably end this video here, keep it clean, and then I'll get a messy video coming next. I want to thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video, and definitely smash the like button. As you heard, this video was all about Scorpio full moon. We are in the full moon in Scorpio right now as I speak. We've talked about how this may impact you based upon your sun sign, as well as based upon where Scorpio is in your natal chart. So you can always go to, there are multiple different types of apps. The one that I look at a lot is the Pattern app, but there are many other apps that you can look at. They've got CoStar app. Let's see, they've got CoStar, they've got Pattern app, Time Passages. There are so many apps that you can go to pull up your natal chart and find out where your placements are, where your natal placements are, so that you have a better understanding on how the moon cycles or how the planetary shifts are going to impact you. Thank you again for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.